Thank you, Lindsay. Neighbors still can't believe the destruction in their front yards. A bad combination of drugs and a chainsaw. 8 trees chopped down after a Medford man's morning rampage. Police say 33-year-old Valentin Gomez Romero went on the attack with a chainsaw early yesterday morning. Gomez Romero told police he'd used meth and stayed up all night reading the Bible before the attack. Neighbors tell police he was going through Palm Street, cutting down trees, some right in their front yards. When police arrived, they say Gomez Romero put down the chainsaw, took a swing at an officer. Neighbors say they've never seen anything like it.
I didn't see much other than him cutting trees.
I heard a chainsaw start before 8, and I heard it keep running, but it never occurred to me, what do you think? Somebody's going to come in your yard and cut your tree down?
Neighbors say they've never had any problems with Gomez Romero. He's now locked up at the Jackson County Jail, charged with criminal mischief and assaulting an officer. The neighbors who witnessed the attack say they were surprised at how Medford police dealt with Gomez Romero. Colleen Kingsley says even though the man was armed with the chainsaw, she believes the police response was over the top.
He wasn't running. He was in his driveway. They approached him and asked him a couple questions, and then the cop put his hands on him and he asked him, "Why are you touching me?" and it went from there.
We have talked to several neighbors that witnessed the entire event. Any kind of claim of police brutality, we will look into it to see if our officers did anything.
Lieutenant Hansen says the nature of the crime forced police to act quickly so nobody would be hurt. Now, some of the trees that got cut down are part of Medford's revitalization program. The city and the people who live on West Palm Street planted trees a few years ago. They were hoping to improve the property value of the homes and to make the neighborhood look nicer. Some of the trees, like the silver maple, are worth more than $1,000 a tree. The city arborist was on scene yesterday morning surveying the damage.
I'll do an appraisal on that. We identify them by species, size, location, and then there's a formal appraisal process that takes place.
Bill Harrington estimates the cost of replanting the trees at $5,000 to $6,000, but money can't replace the time it takes to grow some of the trees back to the sizes they were. The tallest tree cut down was 35 feet tall. Most of the criminal charges against former Central Point police officer Dan Brown have been dropped. That decision was made by the Josephine County District Attorney. Dan Brown lost his job with the department after allegations came forward about a sexual relationship with a minor. That case was handed over to the Josephine County District Attorney, who reviewed the investigation and dropped the charges. But the investigation did bring about other criminal charges that Brown will have to answer to. News 10's Sebastian Robertson has the latest on this case.
Dan Brown.